All right, what's going on, guys? Kona here again. We are here with Turtle Beach at PAX 2011. I'm here with Elizabeth Toby with 2K Games, and we are in one of the coolest things I think I've seen. It's like a Russian hospital. I don't know. It's explain to them where we're at right now.
We are in something called Citizen Skywatch. Excuse me, and it is the alternate reality game for XCOM that has started about 2 weeks ago. In this, Citizen 1 is a character who has showed up at citizenskywatch.com recruiting soldiers to figure out what the government is covering up and to gather evidence and to find out what's going on in our country, because there are clearly weather phenomenons, weird disturbances, people with glowing eyes. Anyone who knows XCOM might know where this is leading, but as an alternate reality game, we're not only going to be telling backstory about the game and giving clues, maybe some inside information, but also have some really hardcore puzzles for people following it. So we decided to build out a chameleon character booth. So this is his 1960s bunker, and last night we had an event where our agent found some evidence, which you may see on the sky bridge. There's a man with some glowing blue coming out of his mouth. That is the evidence we found, and people are coming through and are becoming citizen soldiers.
That's just crazy. So we came into the booth, and a nurse slammed down a book and said, "You, next." That was just, it scared me for one, and you can see our camera guys checking out. They're doing a little examination over here of someone. So the people in line are actually getting a full-on like experience right here. Besides just the game themselves, they're actually walking through this, right?
Yeah, and a lot of these people don't know what it is yet, and then find out later, and they are thrilled. I mean, the cheers at the bar last night were amazing. But they run through and they've registered and they get their ID cards, they get to decide what their specialization is, everything. They come across, get some more clues. And again, this is going to be running through to March when XCOM launches, so it's only going to get more intense. And anyone who registers with us,
no, it's not a movie. This is not
participate, and there's a member board that's starting.
This is really crazy. This is really one of the coolest things I've seen at a booth so far, and I've been to quite a few events. I mean, it's a full-on. You've got the full actors going on. I mean, they're in the roles, the doctor, the nurse. This is just great. Standing line waiting to get into this. We've got on the wall, you've got the vision test, you've got x-rays, you actually have the heart respiratory system, the digestive system. It's like a doctor's office. This is nuts.
And it's all completely in period.
Very cool. I dig it. This is so cool. So you can see the camera guys here. My guys are getting a lot of footage of the actors and stuff. So very cool. So what else can we see? Can we see anything else? Can we look at the curtain at all?
You can. That's where they're doing their IDs.
Okay.
The actors. The agents here, they're called Citizen Elite, never break character, so they might yell at us, but let's do it.
Great. They're talking about the mission they're going to go through. And there they go. They're going. Wait, this is just awesome. They're totally like into this. This is so cool.
They're amazing.
Fish is pretty.
Fully into character. I love it. I love it. This is so cool. Every booth should do this. Every booth should do this. I swear to God. So as you guys can see, we're getting footage there. This is actually part of the whole experience of this booth. Like the whole experience of this booth is actually involved with the whole game. So
welcome.
And I mean, it's not just going to be booths. It's also going to be online. You know, we have Twitter, which we call Teletype Feed.
Yeah.
You know, Facebook, our recruitment center, and so everything's going to be online. You know, perhaps maybe phone, perhaps maybe mail, perhaps maybe reaching out to individual cities, both big and small. We're not just confining it to PAX.
So just a whole like full-on frontal, like you're involved with everything.
Yes.
So the game's going to be like a real-life adventure.
Yes.
Oh,
we believe
very cool.
We believe in really immersing you to make sure that it's a game and make sure you get into the world, because XCOM has an amazingly immersive world, and nothing short of an alternate reality game could do it justice.
So how big is the actual development team for this whole deal?
For just this project?
Just this project.
I mean, there's my community team, and then we have actually 2 agencies working on it that are helping with the creative, because there's a massive amount of stuff that you need to do, and then actually we have another group that puts together the events and the sculptures and the training and everything.
So where does it go from here?
From here, well, I'm going to be coy with you here because I'm already breaking all the tenets of ARGs anyway by, talking about this. But from here, Citizen 1 will continue uncovering the truth. Citizen 13 is the person who's been on the case leading people to Seattle. He's gone missing, and then we found this corpse that's in the sky bridge, and not sure where he is, not sure what's going on, not sure even what the corpse means. So it's just the beginning.
Well, this is terrific, guys. Again, follow this because this is cool. If you have friends that are at PAX, text them and tell them to come wait in line for this booth because they will get an experience that they are not going to get at any other booth. I'm going to tell you that right now. We're going to jump to another area of the 2K booth, so we'll be right back with you guys shortly. Whenever you're ready. All right. Hey guys, Kona back again. 2K Games booth. I'm here with Elizabeth Tovey one more time. She's going to give us a little insight on Darkness 2, which I got to actually play privately with my friend Jenny Sue at PAX East. Awesome, by the way. So what can you tell us about the Darkness 2 that might be a little new for this PAX?
Sure. Well, this is actually an updated demo. It's a little bit longer, where you get to see sort of a good 20-minute chunk towards the beginning of the game. Learn a little bit about the Brotherhood, who's really the villains of this game. Step into Jackie's powers. Find out a little bit about, the tree and how you can get more badass powers. Everything's playable. There's a really cool subway sequence. You also get to spend more time with the Darkling, who's my favorite character and his sort of sidekick, except he's a little, I don't know, anything that he's on the dead enemies, I feel like can't be called just a sidekick. So
and they wear cats as hats, by the way.
Not just cats, skinned cats. It's just the cat skin.
You know what? I like that because I'm a dog guy. So that's fine with me.
Yeah.
So I have a couple questions. Obviously, I got to play an iteration of this game a while back. The control scheme changed a little bit. You actually have a lot more control over your powers, as well as the art style changed. Is that art style still the same? It hasn't changed since that first?
Indeed. It's called graphic noir.
Yeah.
And all the textures have been hand painted and hand drawn by the dev team. I mean, thousands of textures. So it's pretty awesome.
Think of Living Life comic book. It looks really good, and it flows much nicer. The controls are much nicer. Again, I played this 2 events ago, but still, I'm guessing they just kind of added on to that and made it better. So, again, Darkness 2. Is this going to coincide? I know it's based off a comic book, The Darkness. Was there any interaction with the actual artist and writer of the comic book with this game at all?
Yeah, actually, Paul Jenkins is the one writing this game, who's written a number of the Darkness books, and Mark Silvestri, the creator of the Darkness, was on our panel yesterday. He was here signing. So, yeah, we're tight.
Well, there you go. You see that? It's coming straight from the people that created it. That's all that matters. So, very cool. Thank you so much for having us here. We're going to actually jump on and talk a little Borderlands 2 soon. So, stick around, guys. We'll be right back. What's up, guys? Kona back again, Turtle Beach, PAX 2011. I am standing right next to Borderlands 2 Gearbox, and I'm also standing here with one of the dev team, Scott Kester, with Gearbox. And you guys asked for it. We're bringing you a little bit of the Borderlands 2 information. So, what can I ask you, and what can you tell me about this game?
You can ask me whatever. I might not be able to answer it, but what
Well, you know, let's go the easy route.
Okay.
Give us a little rundown of what's going on with Borderlands 2. What's the story from Borderlands 1 to this game?
All right. Well, in this game, we're 5 years in the future from the last game, so 5 years have passed, right? There's an antagonist this time around. His name's Handsome Jack. He's overtaken.
Is this the guy on the wall here?
No, this is Salvador, the Gunzerker. We'll get to him. Yeah,
go ahead.
We'll get to him. So this guy rose to power, took over the Hyperion Corporation, and is basically just manipulating the world, just bleeding it of all its resources, but most importantly, humiliates you, leaves you to die in the tundra. And in a way, it's kind of a revenge story, but it's more of a retribution for these things that this guy's been doing to Pandora. So
awesome. So are we gonna Claptrap's again? Claptrap coming back?
Claptrap's definitely around.
Claptrap's great. Probably one of the best characters in video games in forever. I mean, seriously, hilarious. Love that guy. So, can we talk a little bit about the weapons this time around? Now, I know, like, Borderlands 1, the amount of weapons in the game was just insane.
Yeah.
We're talking, like, just millions in my eyes of just weapon combinations that were available. So what can you tell me? Anything new on that front when it comes to weaponry? Or
Yeah, definitely. Their game is so much focused around the guns and the promise of the millions and millions of variations. We went back to we went back to basics. We redesigned everything again. All the weapons. The manufacturers have a lot more personality. They're a lot more distinct. They have a shtick that's their own. The bandits are now making weapons.
really?
So you would imagine that's a little.
Anything made out of bones or anything like that?
I mean, yeah, you're gonna see some pretty weird combinations and things, but the amount of guns that were in the last game, there are more weapons that do crazier things that are more unique looking.
Well, and besides the weapons, the scale of some of your enemies, the boss battles that you have, the Rack Hive, I mean, that thing was monstrous. I mean, are we looking at similar stuff in the future with this? Are we some monsters that we're going to be battling?
Yeah, we're definitely really excited about the enemies and some things we can't really go into that are a little larger than we've done before. So it's we're really excited when we get to those areas so people can start seeing that. But unfortunately, we can't really go super in depth into that right now.
Understandable. No, it's okay. I understand. I have a couple more questions. The add-on packs, the aftermarket add-on story. You guys have done that right. I mean, in everybody's eyes. I mean, we've all talked about it as gamers. You guys have actually done that right. When there was something to add on that we could purchase a new level, whatever, it was just done right. Do you guys start planning that now? Like, do you know what you want to do? Is there ideas already thrown around for that? Or
I mean, the first time around, that was the first time we had ever done DLC.
Yeah.
And we don't do that until we're finished with the game. Until the main game was done, we start working on it. So, but we went into it knowing we wanted to create value. We wanted content. We wanted to keep the players giving
building
more.
it. Yeah.
And thankfully, people responded well to that. And it was kind of we were trying to look different things here and there, but we learned a lot from that. And I mean, we're concentrating on Borderlands 2 right now, and we're not concentrated on just stealing more money out of people.
Yeah, exactly.
We're making this game, and then we're gonna start assessing.
Well, when it comes down to the stealing the money from anybody, if more companies actually looked at the quality of the content that you guys put out, it's really not stealing, because people paying for that extra was paying for another game. Zombie Island, I mean, it was a terrific add-on. I mean, it actually added to the game. It was worth paying the extra money to have that. I mean, it was a game in itself. And same with everything else, I'd like to see that continue. I know you guys are looking at it, so.
Yeah, we're definitely interested in that. Obviously, we found a lot of success with the DLC, and I will guarantee, though, when that comes around, we're going to have the same mentality, if not better.
So are we going straight console, PC, across the board? Xbox, PC?
Xbox, PS3, 360.
All launching at the same time?
Still
in the air?
Yeah, I'm pretty positive of that, but I don't want to promise.
No worries. Any idea on a possible limited edition pack with some extra stuff in it for sale? Maybe a little remote control claptrap.
We're in talks with that kind of thing, so we definitely hope so.
All right, cool guys. Well, again, I'm here with Scott, Gearbox, Borderlands 2. Scott, I appreciate it. Thanks for the time. Like I said, we had a lot of people asking to talk about this.
Awesome.
I really wish I could show you guys some gameplay, but we can't do that just yet. But I'm sure near future there's going to be a ton on the internet. So check it out. And again, Kona here, Turtle Beach with Scott, Gearbox. We will talk to you guys later. Again, thanks a lot.